All right. Well, welcome everyone. You might be listening to this, seeing this in a number of different places. I am recording an episode of the Retro Zoo Super Show, but also streaming this on Twitch and also recording this for YouTube, because one of the things I do on the YouTube channel is doing reactions to video game soundtracks. And when somebody in Discord mentioned that the Final Fantasy VII remake soundtrack was on Spotify, this is something I've only heard pieces of, but really looking forward to digging into. And so thought that, yeah, this might be actually fun to do together. So all of the places, if you're listening on podcast or you're on YouTube, we do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/technofunkboy. The podcast is Retro Station, and the YouTube channel is also TechnoFunkBoy. Following me at any and all of these places is actually a huge support to me, and so I do appreciate it. So those on YouTube this might be actually a little bit longer than the normal video, because there is a lot here, and I'm certainly not going to go through all of it, but I do want to listen to quite a bit of it. So when I was growing up, the first video game soundtrack I bought was Final Fantasy VI, or at the time 3. Y'all know the thing. But the game came with this order form, from Square, that you could order the soundtrack, and this happened a few times, but this was the only one that I really actually wanted. So I had appreciated game music before this, and I actually made myself mixtapes by holding a tape recorder up to the television and recording. And I would mow the lawn while listening to this NES video game tape that I had made. Vader Kid, welcome, hello. And so I had appreciated video game music, but Final Fantasy III on the SNES was just a whole nother level of video game experience. And so I ordered the soundtrack from Square, and I actually I absolutely adore. Where is that one? Okay. This is not it, because I loaned the stupid thing. It was a 3-disc set. I loaned the stupid thing to a friend who immediately joined the army and got shipped overseas. Selfish jerk. And and so I had to replace it later. And but it was a really cool. I mean, I loved the cover because it had it had Mog looking tough. It's great. And so that's the video game. I've wore the original one to death. I wore the new one to death. But I was hanging out with this drummer. We were trying to form a band, and he took me to my first Japanese import gaming store, and they had this. This is in with the light. It's going way out of focus. Sorry about that. It is Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, and I did not know that you could get video game soundtracks from a store. I really thought that this was just this new thing that Squaresoft was doing, and they only did a couple of the games. But I picked this up, and I had not played the game. The game was not out in America yet. It is 4 discs, and my first taste of Final Fantasy VII was from this, and so I was trying to mentally put together the game because of out of this disc, and so the remake. Sorry. I have not played. I've heard good things. I've actually seen little pieces of it. I've not played it, but when this the remake soundtrack hit Spotify, I was like, this is something that we're going to have to do. Now, one thing is immediately clear: we're not going to get through all of them. That this is. There's 156 tracks on this, and the titles are in Japanese. That doesn't help me at all. It's more than is on this, which has a bit over probably 85 tracks, and this isn't even the whole game. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, and I don't think we're going to get far enough into the soundtrack to really like solve all of the mysteries of this thing. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to hunt around for some familiar tunes and play them and kind of react to them as we go. And so I'm gonna hit play on the first track, which should be the Crystal theme, should be the prelude, more than likely. Let's see. There it is. What is happening with my life? You're ruining my stream. Try this again. Probably get an ad now, but that's fine. Okay. It's still clearly a synth. Which, I should say, my first reaction to the soundtrack immediately was to pick up kind of on the industrial vibe to it. And I thought that was weird. And outside the context of the game, it doesn't make a ton of sense. The snare is good. I do like that snare. Timpani. This is cool. This is so rad. This just keeps getting kind of bigger and more epic. I mean, that's great. That's great. Okay, and like I mean, the importance of this track and it's not just like our traditional entrance into Final Fantasy. This is this this track has always been something that that gave a flavor of what's to come. And this really kind of started in Final Fantasy IV when you had this, you're moving to the Super Nintendo. This was a really early game on the Super Nintendo. You're moving to the Super Nintendo and you hear the Crystal theme. And this is a theme that you're used to. This is a theme that's been there since game one, but then the strings hit and you realize that things have stepped up. Things are bigger here. They're more epic here. And this arrangement steps it up again. That I loved. I loved it. We're not going to be able to spend that much time on the rest of these. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. But, wow. I don't know the titles of these songs at all. This is tense. Okay. That's really cool, pulling the One-Winged Angel stuff into there. Vader Kid, when are you going to remix it? I've done Prelude. That's on the Final Fantasy Remixes album. It's the first song on there. I love this riff. The intensity of these triplets in here are so good. Yeah. This is good. I mean, this so far, this is exactly what I'm expecting, and it's really good. The Lex section is actually one of my favorites because it just has the slowness and the softness of the melody instruments, the strings, and it feels like some flutes or something. And then the bass, the intensity of these just driving triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. The horns come in, just blast it. It's great. Yeah, like so this whole song is just kind of growing waves of intensity that pull back, but you still have that really quick triplet rhythm in the background. That's very, very cool. This version actually lets you even add a little bit more subtlety to these waves, this back and forth. Really love it. Yeah. Okay. So the question is there a song called "Under the Rotting Pizza Slice"? There might be. I didn't learn any of the names of anything on here because I don't think you can see it, but on this was an import, and yeah, this was actually my first Sonmei record before I knew the controversy with that company. Okay, actually, before we get to there, the hint of One Winged Angel at the beginning is really cool because that's such an iconic song, and y'all are going to have to tell me, does that song actually appear in this game? Because that's the final battle song, right? And we haven't reached that point in the remake, and so hinting at it here is actually probably a really good idea. Let's start this one over. This game is like so front loaded with these really cool, intense tracks that are very, very neat. Nice. We're gonna go a little bit faster here because otherwise this video is gonna be forever long. Spotify version doesn't have discs. VIIR Kid. This is really cool. Man, those strings are so lush, but there's a lot like continuing that industrial theme in the background that's going on. I love. This should be the same song, but battle edit. Boy, changing that rhythm up does a lot to this song. This is cool. This is neat. This song has a listed co-author on it. Okay, this song's super long, but so we're not gonna be able to play a lot of it. But the blending of like the old themes in kind of a new context, is really really cool on this. This I'm getting all the more interested to play this game because of this. Because this like the I'd say the intensity of the first disc of the original soundtrack is all here, and it's just amped up. That's it's all right. We have a request to find one, and Vader Kid has given me the title, which I can't read. It's unhelpful. I'm trying to look for it just in case. Unhelpful. Holy smokes, I think I found it. All right, so this is the pizza slice one, huh? This is track 61. Let me see. Is this on here? Oh yeah, this is track 14 on here. Oh yeah, I remember this. This disc 1, track 14 on the original. These swelling strings in the background are either new or I think they're new. If they had them in the original, they just weren't so lush or intense. Nice. Yeah. I've always loved this song, but this is really good. All right, I found the main theme. Okay, so pro tip. The English songs are on iTunes. Not the English songs. The English titles are on iTunes. This was one of my favorite tracks on the original. I adore this song. So it's been toying around with the melody the whole time. Now, again, with intensity. All right, I could sit on that one all day long, but I did find Aerith's theme. Or do they call her Aerith in the new version? I think they do. So Aerith's theme. By the way, if you listen to Techno Funk Boy soundtrack stuff, whenever I stick a piano, I kind of pull down the intensity of a song and put a piano in it, it's because of that song. So this should be it. This intro's new, but it does seem to be... There we are. It's starting to hint at it. That's so good. This soundtrack is so good. The original was so good. This one is so good. It's just a reminder of how amazing, what a musical force Uematsu has been in video games and in music in general. And so I'm going to stop the video, the YouTube version of this now, but I did find that there is a version of One Winged Angel on this soundtrack. So if you want to hear the rest of my reaction to that, you're not live on Twitch right now. That is going to be on the podcast on the Retro Station. That's why the video has this cool little border around it this time. Otherwise, please do subscribe to the channel for more video game music reactions, tearing apart songs, figuring out how they work, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to join the conversation about stuff like this, the link to our Discord is in the description, and we'd love for you to join us. And thank you so much. We'll see you next time.